So I just finished watching the KSI fight with Logan Paul, and at the end there, you know, you could tell KSI is just knocking him, dude. He won the last round. He won the whole thing, except they said it was a draw because they're gonna milk that son of a gun, and they're gonna get more money. They're gonna get a rematch, you know, leave everyone hanging. Cliffhangers catch people, man. People want to see how it ends, so they cut it off. They're gonna milk that thing. And it's funny when you go back and you see the interviews of these guys, they're so optimistic, you know? KSI, in his mind, he knows he's going to win. Logan Paul, no overconfidence, optimism. You know, they think they're the best until you get in a ring. You know, but the thing is, you wouldn't get in a ring if you had doubt. Now, maybe there's doubt eating away inside your head, but you're not going to project that, man. You got to, like, overcome that. That's what that optimism is. And it's almost a sort of ludicrous optimism. It can get you into trouble. It's risky because it does get you in the fight. But, you know, we've learned that optimism is a quality trait, highly sought after. We like optimistic people. They seem happy. They seem enthusiastic. But it does make you take risk. And I think that sometimes we are overly optimistic when it comes to our life and the things that we're trying to accomplish. So a lot of us think, I'm gonna make $1 billion. And it sounds good, and it sounds like even when you lay out the steps, it's like, all right, I'm optimistic enough to get into the fight. I'm optimistic enough to start the journey. But once you start that journey, there's a lot of unknowns that show up. These are called the unknowns of unknowns. There's going to be setbacks that you never thought possible. When you get into that ring, you don't realize on the 5th, 6th round, you're pretty much worn out. I boxed when I was in high school, and I did a match just like that, sparring match. I was literally obliterated in a condition level because of the adrenaline going up, being spiked. Guys, like, I was freaking out, bro. Like, yeah, man, I was having a hard time, dude. This dude was huffing and puffing too. We're exchanging punches, but I was not ready. And I felt like, damn, dude, this is hard. This is not what I expected. And that's a lot like life is like, you know, right now you've started the journey and you're right here. Be fucking prepared, man. That's what heart is. That's why they keep going in. You know, you've got to have heart to be able to take those blows. I know this sounds cliche, but that's another aspect of optimism, is that you can take the blows. They've shown that optimistic people are more resilient. They're anti-fragile. They can have setbacks and then they can remain optimistic and keep going. Because imagine if you were just to get depressed at every failure that you experience. All right? So I've realized that in my own life. And you think about this when we try to start a new business or even trying to build muscle. Like, it can be a long time. Usually it takes longer than we plan it to take. So you got to be patient. And you got to constantly do that one thing that gets you closer to your goals. And that's why I think that small goals actually are beneficial compared to a vague large goal. Because the small goals you can track, you can hit, and they can give you a sense of fulfillment and bring momentum. But, you know, if we just jump in all at once, we get beat up a few times, then we back out. We're like, okay, I'm not talking to this girl again. I'm not gonna do this business again. I'm not gonna keep trying. You know, one thing about business I've learned is that it's not all that glorious to be an entrepreneur. It's usually, studies show that when you work for someone else and you bring your skills, you're gonna make more money than most entrepreneurs. You know, there's a few that rise. But think about it, just like Bitcoin in the market, remember the bubble. It got up to like 17, 18K and then it popped. Oversaturated, the market corrects itself. Same thing, you know, all these businesses, we have this competition that we neglect, but there's also competition out there coming for you, dude. There's also a lot of other people trying to be entrepreneurs. And then that saturates the market can't sustain that. So a few win, and then you're gonna have setbacks. One really cool way to think about the future is to think in terms of, like, if this was to die. So a sort of pre-mortem, all right? Instead, you know, when you die, post-mortem. But pre-mortem, okay, let's think if we go this way. if we set out on this journey and it completely fails and goes to shit, what are the damages that's going to cause? What consequences are we going to face? And I think that's something that I've had to learn, because I've been over optimistic a lot of my life, and it's a quality that, you know, I want it. I'm thankful for it, but I also need to learn patience, and I need to learn to plan till the end. I think that's law 29. Plan all the way to the end. All right, keep it in mind. Keep aware that sometimes there's going to be some things that show their faces, and you got to be ready for them. And you can't get down. You can't have pity. It's fucking hard, dude. Welcome to the struggle. All right, this is it. And that's it, man. You know, I hope you guys are feeling strong and powerful. I have these days that are tough. You know, I'm not always optimistic. Some days I'm sad. Some days I don't have a lot of energy. I'm sure you can relate to that. All right, it's not always easy. But I know that if we continue to do those small things, do the one thing that gets us better, life's going to get better. All right, guys, that's why I created this group, because I want you to feel like you have a place of inspiration. You know, this just pool of inspiration that fills you up, the mastermind group. This is something that my closest friends are in. All right, this is something that if you're looking to work out and get a better body and be challenged by a tribe of men, by this group that is, you know, on that same path, come join us. All right, these workouts are going to push you to the next level. They're going to take time, and they're not for everyone. All right, some of you guys, you don't even like to work out. That's completely fine. For those of you that want to start and, you know, changing your physique, getting in here, reading more books with us all, holding yourself to doing these good habits. All right, I know you may be hearing this. I'm already doing that. But look, when you got other people in your life, when you surround yourself with that, and you know, you practice different things. Maybe you go live in the group. You know, maybe you are afraid of public speaking, and this is a chance for you to sort of approach that topic. Go live in the group. All right, connect with these other guys that are trying to build their life to another level. All right, I hope to see you in there. Join us down below. Join this family. Join this tribe. It takes about 1 minute to sign up. I will see you guys in there. I'm going to go live right now. I'll talk to you soon. Peace.